Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and today is day 9 of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on recognizing God's hand in my life. So for today, um, today I had a friend come over and made some muffins, which was really nice, and she brought me some eggs because I'm all out of eggs. I was intentionally out of eggs because I have a feeling I need to kind of cut those out of my diet, whether permanently or temporarily, because I feel like I might be having some kind of reactions to them, eating them a little too much. Not sure, just going with the feeling that I shouldn't be eating them. So she came over, she brought some eggs. I'm like, cool, we have eggs. So we put eggs in the muffins. I showed her how to make the muffins and put some squash in them and had some fun experimenting with muffins and flours and all of that because she brought some almond flour to go with my oat flour. So that was fun. So we kind of just mixed some stuff together, and then I sent her on her merry little way with some of the muffins, and then I got to go spend some time with my kids, which was really nice. It was really fun, kind of reconnecting because I haven't seen them for a while, and getting to teach my kids how to drive. That was fun. Really fun. And just noticing how much more patient I am with myself and my kids, especially when it comes to doing that. I'm like, wow, I don't know when I developed this patience, but I seem to be really patient and okay with my kids with what they're doing and trying to calmly teach them how to do things and let them know that it's okay. And yes, driving a stick shift is harder than an automatic, but it's a really good way to learn. It teaches you a lot of patience with yourself and with the car and with driving in and of itself, because you need to be patient when you're driving. And I think it's just a good skill to have. Plus, I know that when you leave the car in gear and you start it will jerk a little bit and then it'll just stall out if you don't know how to drive a stick shift. But in an automatic, if you put it into gear and you take your foot off the brake, it will just go forward or backwards, and then you have to put the brakes to stop it. Whereas unless you're on a hill and a stick shift, which there's a bunch of flatlands, we were on a flat surface, car's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to stall, which I showed my daughter that. So it was like, I'm like, it's okay. It's a little bit more forgiving than an automatic because it's not just going to roll away unless you're on a hill. So I was like, it's okay. And it's okay if you mess up because it's just going to stall the car and you're just going to stop right where you're at. It's no big deal. So I don't know how good that is for my car, but I think it's good for teaching my kids and giving them that opportunity to see, like, it's okay to mess up. And I like that reminder for myself that it's okay to mess up. It's okay to not do things perfectly. It's okay. And of course, in the process of doing all of that, my kids found my bag of snacks for work. So they helped themselves. Well, they didn't help themselves. I told them they could have them. So they were eating the muffins that had the eggs in them. And I thought, oh, good. And then, of course, I was eating them later and was having some minor reactions, not major ones, but minor reactions. And I was like, dang it, shouldn't be having the eggs. And then I came home and I gave the rest of them to my landlord. And I was like, what did I do that for? And then, again, there was that reminder, like, because I don't need to be eating things that aren't good for me. And it feels good to give stuff away to other people. So I think that God was just looking out for me in that sense, because it kind of kept me from eating too many things that I should not be eating, and it was nice to share it with other people, and just a nice reminder that I need to listen to that still small voice and do things a little bit differently. Plus, it was also nice to have that reminder that it's okay to make mistakes and to start over or to start from wherever it is that you're at, and to be patient with myself and with my situation. Things that I get to learn by teaching it to my kids. So that was kind of fun. It was really good to see that and see that God is still teaching me lessons. And sometimes it's through other people, or in some sense just teaching other people or doing things for other people, and then kind of seeing it, how it plays out. So just grateful to be mindful and aware of all of that, and also mindful and aware of myself and my responses to other people and situations, and to see that it's changed or changing so that I can see growth in myself that I didn't realize was there, which because I've been like, the first time I let my son drive my car, I was like freaking out, and then I kind of freaked him out, and then he didn't want to drive for a while. So this time I wasn't freaking anybody out. I was encouraging them to go. I was pushing them to go a little bit further, a little bit better, and my son was like super scared, and I'm like, dude, you're 16 next month, you can totally do this. So I got him to drive out on the road, not very far. I'm like, seriously, we were in a church parking lot. He drove out onto the street, turned the corner, and pulled right back into the church parking lot. It's not like he went very far. And it was in like a little subdivision. There wasn't any traffic. So he had plenty of time to take his time to do whatever he wanted to. He was like, whoa. Still couldn't get him to like go out on the road to do like third gear or anything beyond second, but he was getting used to and getting comfortable with, and just, like, hey, I can do this. I'm like, this is okay. I'm like, it's okay. You're doing good. You're doing fine. But he was a lot more nervous and freaked out. So it was kind of nice to be encouraging him and coaching him to go forward. And I think sometimes that God is doing that with me, encouraging me and coaching me to go forward, even when I feel nervous and scared, like, oh, I can't do this. And he's just looking at it like, hey, it's fine. You got this. You totally can do this. So needing to remember that in my life as well. And just grateful that God is showing me things like that, especially through my kids and through other people in my life, and just grateful that I am aware and paying attention to those things. So anyway, that's what I have for today. Just feeling loved, lots of learning lessons, and knowing that I'm still making mistakes and it's still okay, and just grateful for that too today. So that's all I have. If you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great day full of gratitude, and maybe find some ways to recognize God's hand in your life too.